The fact, of course, we do go to Vertigo, is a very good map for Fnatic, but if Vertigo is your best map, then obviously, as you know, Paladin said, it can kind of tell you, oh, our map pool isn't necessarily amazing, like if you are going to a map that most teams hate. So, Pistol is underway on Nuke, though. Vertigo is for the future, this is the present, and Heroica very quickly taking control of the A site. Tessus has dealt with Blame F. Shush has found Mattis as he tries to make his way through that mini smoke, and I'm afraid Body stuck on Heaven, bomb down, 2v5. Pistol's done unless Crims can just get 3 randomly on a flank or something.
All right, Trav, I've seen enough. Wrap Nuke up, put a bow on it. Clearly, this is no contest. As, I do love the pistol run coming through from Heroic here. Just charging straight into the A bomb side, keeping it bog simple. No one's going to remember that, though, Trav. No one's going to remember that prediction. Oh, man. Ted's now leading me by a point. Goodness. I need Heroic to win this 2-0 for my prediction if I'm still in contention to at least draw for the top spot. So, either way, let's shift our focus here in towards this first gun round. I did mention I thought Heroic might look to keep things incredibly simple here on this T side. Very good utility into the A bomb side, but Mattis and Body stand tall until Kicksan and Tessus have their say.
One thing that was incredibly imperative for Fnatic in their game against Cloud9 on this map in that decider was how solid Crims was. He didn't necessarily put in like a a god tier performance in terms of numbers, but every single position he was in, he delivered in to the best of his ability, and I think the best scenario he could have sort of made happen for himself. He managed to manifest that, and we could be seeing more of that here. Tessus is not wary of Blame F's big flank, so it leaves it all down to Dexter on 9 HP, and actually, Nork will bail out Crims in the end. They've got time for the defuse, we'll get it in, and just about get that gun round in their favour.
Okay, that's a very good retake coming through from Fnatic in the 3 versus 3, and the defuse is going to come through just in time as well.
Doesn't, as I say, set the world on fire, but he's not supposed to on this team. It's meant to be the others these days. If he does well on his rolls, that can be the big help. And Nork, I think it's fair to say for me, that game against Cloud9 was his best performance since he joined Fnatic on loan from XBleed. Anyway, this is the rebuy in here for Heroic, and it's not really working too well for them. Good work from Crims again, but Dexter with the AK steps forward and removes Crims from that position. Now it needs to be a reface from Body. He's going looking for Dexter. But he hasn't seemed to find him just yet. He's actually crept all the way through into control, but all down to the timing. Body is actually searching the vents and single door instead, and that might be what gives Heroic a path in here.
This is heavily reliant on Body right now in towards Decon. You've got Shush there on the bomb side. Kicksan's trying to join up with the team as well. He's still very deep towards outside. Bomb plant safe from Decon means the bomb will get activated, and they are aware of Body's position. Body's going to have to wait for Mattis to try and join up with them, and Mattis has been able to kill that late lurk roll, so certainly does allow for them to focus their resources on the bomb site itself. Dexter just narrowly avoids Body, but they now have him locked in.
That is the position. Oh, I was going to say that's a position for Shush. Playing on the top of the silo, you have a massive advantage there. You see legs and sort of the bottom half of your opponent first, but he only gets the one, and then obviously Dexter tries to peek off of the contact slightly, but it doesn't work out, and Mattis actually completes a lovely clutch there. He picked up that kit in the vents as well. That would have relaxed them slightly, knowing that they didn't have as much rushing to do. Take their time on that retake. There's that important trade for Mattis, and once he saw Dexter, it didn't even matter that Dexter was low. It was an immediate headshot anyway. He's got the AWP out as well. We'll be prepared for the pace that Heroic might choose to put in here. Body is surviving on the edge of hut roof with that Molotov not spreading as much, but he at least manages to find Shush. Nerks will run him down, and there's Tessus. Oh, that was the important one. That was the important one to clear out Mattis from behind the site silos. Nork does deal with Tessus, but no kit picked up. AWP on a retake. I think Heroic have made a great call here to get themselves 3.
How many rounds did Cloud9 get on their T side against Fnatic? Was it 4, Trav? I think it was 8-4. I'll look for you
right now.
Pretty sure it was 8-4. And Heroic should be able to equal that at the bare minimum.
Correct.
I was thinking about that right here, right now. They will just continue to try and brute force their way into the safe bomb site. This is exactly the style of Counter-Strike I was calling from for Heroic coming into this nuke pick.
Yeah, the Molly's a bit too good there and towards CT vent as well. Body tried to even jump above the corner of it to get one more lucky headshot perhaps. Obviously MP9 jumping accuracy is probably the best in the game. So that's why he gave it a go. But it was his only option left. He was forced into that madness because of Heroic just taking control with their executes. And that is the fourth you mentioned. And yeah, it was a 4-round T-half from Cloud9. They grounded out, didn't they? And I thought it could have been enough. They got close on CT, but Fnatic showed they were the better of the two permabans on that day. And Nork shouldn't survive. He won't. No warp. Good catch from Tesses.
Astralis, if you're looking for a GM...
Maybe they
I
are.
am not your man.
Maybe they are at this point, to be honest.
Look at this. Look at this from Tesses. Straight through the
good,
mini
man.
smoke. He's going to catch body completely off guard. And this is where the lack of reps for Fnatic can kind of come in to haunt them. Either way, they just still have numbers on the safe bomb site right now. It's only Matty's left remaining, looking to try and hold his own. Does find a vital multi-kill and buys time for the rotations to come through as well.
Dexter's out of armor, by the way. All that nade damage that's come in over the course of the last few rounds means that he's got the AK and no Kevlar. I don't think he's forgotten to buy it. I think that's purely just it getting eroded down. Still in a 1 versus 3. If he wins the duel, it would be something, but they would have got caught by the vent rotation anyway. I like that, though.
Yeah, I also really like that. Taking initiative, right? Being proactive. Good opening pick for Fnatic that goes untraded, and they don't have to do a whole lot more here in the round. They have still got body deep in towards Squeaky Door, so they've got some good positional control on the CT side. A little bit worried about the cross-down secret as they've positioned 2 players in towards the lower bomb site right now.
Yeah, I don't think this one's looking too good for Heroic anymore. That Nert's vent dive has now been removed by Nork. Rotated down into a good position, like you said. And Tessa is going to have to win some duels. He has found Blame. A couple more, and might have to be Kixan and Dexter to pick up the slack on that one. Good nade on Kixan. Wow, that's a great catch considering it's sort of mid-round. Crimson's rotating up. Not a great timing, just as they're trying to set themselves up outside, and he gets both. There's a second player to rotate in from Secret as well. That's Mattis. Bait and switch. Grims does his job, and Mattis follows up. Fnatic, that is solid.
It's almost inconceivable for Fnatic to win here on Nuke as far as I'm concerned personally. So if they do lose the map, but it's like 13-10 or something, I think they'll be quietly content with that moving into the rest of the series.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel like in a way they are sort of playing for a 2-1 in a sense. But
yeah,
maybe
agreed.
this round is not going to start off too well, or maybe end too well for them, because they got that 1 AK in play. It did get an entry on Tesses, and he'll drop it over to a teammate. Unfortunately, Dexter's been rounded by Blame outside. That's a good bit of aggression from Blame to get ahead of the play against what is a bit of a force with a couple of guns in play. Mattis has now got body and support toward double as well. Kixan is close with that Glock, but it's only a Glock. And of course, that AK on Nert's is going to have to be mostly him. And there is the immediate trade at least. He's actually choosing to aim duel full stop. And that is gorgeous toward body. Now BlameF knows what's on the other side of this single door. Waiting for Nork to rotate down to help him. Nert's once again getting a number of impactful kills. And the pass to parcel with the AK could get them over the line for 6. Maybe that's down to how many bullets are left in them, perhaps? Just purely off of the fact they don't want to make a sound cue with the reload. Makes sense, but Nork's here. Nork's here. That nade could be pretty decent. Kixan's got no armor. Oh, it only chips into 83, and now there's problematic for Fnatic with Nork obviously lacking a kit. Playing the same. Oh, what a shot on Kixan there. They now know exactly where Nertz is. How do you isolate these duels? He wants one bullet through the hot wall on Nork to complete it. But he can't connect with it just yet. Now aggressive past the smoke, but Nork is ready. And again, well done to Fnatic for sorting out some of these close situations. It's probably already tattooed on his heart at this point.
True, it's where it matters the most, right?
Yeah. And as he said in that interview with HLTV, talking about his 10 years on Fnatic, that little 2-month stint on GodSend doesn't count in my eyes. Unfortunately...
Your time on GodSend does not count.
Unfortunately, it counts on the HLTV stats to say obviously he's been in he's cut that time short on Fnatic, and it's not a full stint of 10 years, but still he's a bit of a legend in Counter-Strike as a whole, performing at this level. A mini smoke is seen by Blame, and he takes the initiative on the peak to deal with Nertz, but Tessa's quick training, he's aware of it. Oh, Mattis, no! You've dinked, but you haven't completed the kill. You switched to utility by accident. and that could change the face of the round.
Yeah, AK trumps the M4 every day of the week. Shush is going to be counting his lucky stars that he's afforded a gunfight there. Doesn't just have his head ripped right off. What are the most animated cams we've seen so far this week, Trav? Of course, yeah, I was going to say that's the first one that came to my mind. Matty's got to be up there.
Rigon's pretty good. Rigon was highly entertaining.
Modo.
Yeah, Modo's
most animated, I reckon, just in terms of... We should have kept the counter on how many times he actually got out of his chair throughout that series.
Oh, look at that from Shush's POV. There it is.
Yeah, probably. And we do head into the last round of this first half. It's been a pretty good return for Fnatic. They haven't just been completely blown out of the water here. Round by round is the name of a game on a map where they just don't have any reps. I wonder if Fnatic float nuke in the series if they didn't get to play it against Cloud9, or if they lost it against Cloud9, I wonder if they'd be compelled to float a cheer against Heroic. I wonder how much that result actually changed how they approach this veto, as we do see Dexter with the AWP for the first time on the map coming alive.
Yeah, nice from Dexter. Vicious found Crims as well, so it looks like could be 7 on T for Heroic. It's going to force Fnatic to go in this combination, and that off angle. Yeah, Kickstand does give it a proper check and takes the kill. Body has found Tesses, but down to 7 HP for his troubles. Time is required in these sort of scenarios, and now he's sort of bedded in a bit more. He's starting to look a bit more like the Dexter of old. It took him a while to ramp up, I feel like, but now his individual level and numbers are a lot better.
I mean, remember, he was still familiarizing himself with CS2 when he joined this Heroic team, so it certainly was going to take a little bit more time than a normal roster change would have. And it doesn't look like this retake's going to be working out for Fnatic. Only body left remaining. He's going to try and go back through the smoke, but time ticking away. Barely any health to his name. Dexter could be in a position to finish it off. No, he'll be denied by Shush, but that doesn't matter. Points on the board. Hero carry a lead over. But just to add on to that Dexter conversation, I think Dexter takes this Heroic team to the next level. I think he is that X-Factor player that they now have on their books who can win them championships. That is the type of all-round player that Dexter is.
Dexter gets a lot of criticism, I guess, for his slow start at sort of bedding into this roster and CS2, like you say. But you know what? I wouldn't even disagree with you. He can have his poor moments, don't get me wrong. He's not got the full consistency that we see from the best in the game just yet. But when he's there, he is truly there. Oh my god, we're in the server. Oh, I fainted. But I'm back because I love Counter-Strike.
Here we go. Second half about to get underway. Heroic had a successful T-side to go up 7-5. Fnatic, well, we were all surprised that they didn't ban you coming into the series, and let's see what they're going to be cooking on this T-side. There's no one ramp. Oh, there is. I lie. Okay, we're good.
Teslas will take blame as Fnatic look to launch their way down toward B. He's fallen back to a good position, and I like that position Nertz is in, but only if they come to the left side of ramp. Thankfully, Tesses has put in a brilliant bit of work there. He gets 3, but Crims has found 2 of his own, and it's back into that 2 versus 2. And now I think they're just going to slow down the clock a little bit and make a decision on where to go next, because Crims has the bomb, but he knows Heroic's players are rotating into his position right now.
I mean, it's really awkward, and Nork misses a key opportunity to kill Kickstand. He catches him in transition, but can't connect on the shots, and Kickstand's going to look to be proactive, but he walks straight into Crimson's crosshair, and now it's all on Dexter, tucked into control room. Nork does not consider this, which means Dexter's able to force that fight, and Crimson's still on the catwalk right now. Dexter thinks he's fallen down. Oh, Crimsy baits him out. He baits the drop down, and it works out perfectly. Perfect way for Fnatic to start off the second half. You're able to win that T-side pistol round. They move with pace and vigor. And Tesses, well, I thought his triple kill would have been enough to win the round for Heroic, but evidently not. So it's going to be a force buy now from the CT side to just try and keep the lead. If Fnatic win this, they themselves should be able to get the lead, and that's a great way to open up the round here for Nork.
Oh no, it's rotated in. Door will be heard, trying to get to the headshot angle. There's a lot of damage, but Blame does well in the end. Get the kill. Kickstand is here. Needs 2. Good damage on Blame. It actually does get his 2. And so the rotation toward the lower site is actually very impactful, but they can leave if they want to. And it looks like they will.
That's true, unless they can remove this M4 from Dexter. And I think that body's going to give it a bit of a go here. Oh, he leaps into the angle, tries to clear the immediate corner, which just offers up his head to Dexter. Will happily oblige, but it's Fnatic who get the point on the board as they've leveled the scoreline up here. Interesting decision. I guess it means that Kicksandals will settle for an MP9 in the gun run if they aren't able to win this, but it certainly does give them a whole lot more firepower in what would normally just be a full eco.
I like it. I like this call.
And Dexter's currently boosted up here. Tessus is just trying to take the tension, take the contact away from where Dexter's positioned right now. Great headshot found. Dexter standing out in the open as well, so he can fight them as soon as they come through towards ramp. And it's not the cleanest. Matties does a fantastic job to find both those frags. Nerds with his M4 will get in on the act as well. Surely they trade out Tessus, and they do.
Back into the 2v2, but Mattis 3 HP after his 2 kills. Nertz is rotated down into a good timing as well. Information heard. Nertz will get past the molly, but he takes a tag to it. Surely that's been heard. It's not being watched really properly right now, but he can swing kind of at any moment, you feel, and take a heads-up duel against Flame. Flame's going to have to be clean with this one, and he is not. Nertz bests him, and now Mattis 3 HP. No kit, but Nertz has an all-important recovered Molotov that you have to assume that maybe he's not gone toward that dark position. Actually, I'm surprised they think he's managed to get there in that time, but they figured it out that he was backside, and Shush will take the kill. I was a bit worried, Matt, that Dexter dropping off from the ramp boost would have costed them long term, but it doesn't.
But Fnatic probably had less of an expectation to qualify for the LAN than what Heroic would have had.
It's like, for Fnatic, it would be the absolute goal, but a pleasant surprise. For Heroic,
yes,
it would be the absolute goal and the expectation.
And a disaster if they don't.
Yeah. Tess says, trying to keep this actually reinforcing at bay, looking to fight for it. Maybe that's a little bit ill-advised. John Nertz is here, but he's about to be swarmed, and Crim's another fast trade. That forces Heroic away somewhat. Shush still heaven, and the AWP of Dexter pushed back outside. Waddy will now poke his head up from Secret. But now it's anyone's game. There's a lot of unknowns for Heroic.
Yeah, look how awkward and uncomfortable this is for Dexter right now. Doesn't know whether he needs to be concerned about outside or ramp. That's why he's pushed in towards Hell, and he hits a great shot there to dispatch of Blame F. Man advantage now in play. Body's hoping that maybe he catches Dexter napping. Going to be coming through the backlines here in towards Garage. So Crims just kind of has to bide his time now and wait for Body to activate to give him away back in the round. And there we go.
Right then. Another close round for Fnatic. Another 2 versus 2. Been pretty solid on these in this game thus far. But Heroic find answers. And Shush is in an angle that he's very wary of, because he can get pre-fired from 2 separate angles. Has to check Hut, has to check Heaven, and timing. It's all down to that. Always found 1 shot on Body before Crims gets the instant trade. That's actually kind of insane. Same tick of the round. Those kills go down. Crims gets the bomb planted, hops away toward Hut, but then it refaces out toward the site itself. That's a bit of a fake with the footsteps that Kixan is trying to read, but he hasn't got any time for this sort of shift in behind with no defuse kit picked up. Crims once again playing a bit of a blinder here in a close clutch situation. He's been unreal on Nuke for Fnatic in the last few days, and he takes the dink and takes the round. I'll see. They'll know that Fnatic obviously haven't built up that much money just yet. Maybe that's the reason. And when Nertz can just aim duel outside to his heart's content, you always feel like you have a chance in any of these rounds. He takes 1 and puts Mattis down to 29.
Where's Dexter? Because he's the other one with an M4 that's armored up right now. He's towards ramp, so he could have a quick rotation if necessary as well.
I like this angle for Nertz. Usually gets a bit of info before you can fall away, and there exactly is how it works. 1 kill. Back toward control room. Faces for another though, and Nork will best him. That's an M4 upgrade on the ground to collect. Grim's still lurking around single door. There is Dexter showing his hand right now, and Tessa is rotating in with only that Deagle. He's got an all-important kit in play here, so I don't feel like he can necessarily go too aggressive. Those few steps on the rafters, on the railings, will be heard by Fnatic. Does that change their plan at all? They've got 30 seconds to make a decision here.
They're going to try and go back up the ladder in towards the A bomb site. Tess is the one who's trying to track and trace them right now. Oh, Shush through the smoke. That's a huge kill for him to find. And now all eyes are going to be in towards Heaven. That's going to allow for the Vent players to come up, and then the Heaven players can combine with them as well. Beautiful combination from Heroic. And Trav, I told you all along the 4-star was the perfect option. Okay, well, let's see if Fnatic can find a way to win this all-important gun round here. Lose it, and it feels like they're on the brink of losing the map at that point, so there's so much pressure on their shoulders, and they're going to go back to the good old faithful A hit coming through. Util raining in on that A bomb site right now. Shush is going to be able to hold down the line for 2. A little bit more chip damage inflicted on Crims as well. Kixan wants to try and kickstart this retake before Fnatic are able to assume full control, and BlameF gets completely overwhelmed. Love that from Heroic. No hesitation at all to commit to the fights in that A bomb site.
So, yeah, time changes quickly in Counter-Strike. Players that we've covered from the very beginnings of their career. I remember, obviously, Casting Spirit Academy when Donk and Zontic were on that team, and it's just like, you almost feel proud of some of these players because you've followed them since the beginning.
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. It's like a little bit of a bias that I get after casting so much Tier 2 and Tier 3 CS, seeing the players transcend to the next level either way. Heroic are now on the brink. They've got 4 map points here to finish off the job on their map pick, and they do have an opening kill here in the round, but there's a rebuttal from Nork, and that's going to create some space now for Fnatic to pressure the save bomb site.
Aim will creep forward though in that squeaky door position, and Kixan realizes that with M4A4 it's an unlikely duel to win against BlameF, but he'll still swing for Nork, and that's a brilliant recovery. And again, look how active Heroic are. They're very fast in this rotation. There is a nade available to maybe tag Mattis, but it doesn't touch him for now, so this is going to be a harder one for Heroic.
Yeah, they've got the finances to justify it, though, so might as well roll the dice and see if they can make something work. Dexter completely clears outside so that they can focus their resources here on the bomb site. Body, what a step up from him. A very wide swing to dispatch off Dexter, and that's going to contest this out of the round. So Fnatic have lived to fight for another day here on Nuke.
He's going to go for this, I think, because they've got money. Yeah, he's going to die. Mattis is still here. There you go. but worthy of the attempt with the cash in the bank, for sure.
Clear, decisive decisions and plans being made right now by Fnatic.
Oh, Crims holding the line there with the little gap with the utility, but Kixan just gives him no chance. That's disgusting. And look at Nertz. He gets 1 immediately, only needs those 3 bullets for that kill on Mattis. Doesn't even want to use any more. He is getting rounded upon and should go down, but Dexter's here for support. Oh, it's an all-important shot miss. No, that's a nightmare. It doesn't just take Dexter down, it destroys Nertz's plans as well.
My goodness, Shush is desperately fighting back right now to try and wrestle this round in his team's favor, and Body has done so much damage off the back of that Dexter miss. It's going to be 12-10 here, Trav. How costly could that miss prove to be? And that was as free gets.
Why people still criticize Dexter. He's getting there, but he's not there yet in terms of his full power and full ability and consistency. That is a must hit that he's lost. If just check Squeaky. Hang on. Ah, it was being hard. I just wasn't sure which way Nork was looking for a split second, but he was looking in the right way. There were obviously 2 low HP players on Fnatic, so it could have gotten out of hand, but figured out to get this one done and dusted. And this purchase, they lose this one and no one survives. Pots and pans for round 24, and already they've lost Shush.
Oh, it's happening. Oh my. That is at least a freebie back through the smoke there, and Nertz has gotten active outside, as has been his approach throughout the entirety of this defensive half. So good to see Heroic still have the confidence to make these sorts of plays, despite the fact that there is a lot of pressure on their shoulders right now. Man advantage here.
Oh, what a quick recovery that was. Tessus has been unreal again for Heroic. Kixan will make noise, dropping off the top hut, which is not what he wanted to do, but he does take the A1S. Nertz is holding for that hut push. Unfortunately, Kixan will go down, but I think it should be enough because now Nertz has recovered into that position. 11 bullets still in the clip. It's a lovely shot on Mattis. Great repositioning. He's expecting Mattis to swing and try and clear CT vent and swing wide. That's why he closes down the angle, and it leaves it down to Nork. 1 versus 3. We'll go to the AK, but guess who's ready for it? Everyone on Heroic definitely were. That was very clean from Heroic in the end. Sure, some mistakes creep in, which make it a bit closer than perhaps it should have been. But you know what? That is the Heroic we know can deliver that level. Let's see. It's Heroic starting on CT, of course. Fnatic on T side. Smoke and a couple of flashes ready and raring to go for Fnatic. Body will leap his way out mid. Will there be a smiley face at the end of this round for Fnatic? Nertz is forced away from the window. And Crims is sort of showing control here, but not sure whether they're going to burst for it. They are going to now, and it's actually forced Heroic back down towards the stairs. Nert's playing in the corner, very easy to get run down, and this strat for Fnatic should be working out and being completed pretty nicely here, because Bomb can come through. They haven't got a man advantage anymore, but they've got them locked in on stairs. Oh! Or have they?
That's a good question. Have a look at the retake. It's going to require all 4 players here for Heroic to retake, coming through from the same part of the map. A flash high into the sky to set the retake in motion. Dexter with the Julie leads the charge. Frag's going both ways right now. Trades the name of the game. I don't think there's a kit in play for the CT side, so it would require a 10-second stick. And Nork, well, he isn't even afforded a look in there by Tesses. What a clean shot to finish off the job.
Because if they did, then Fnatic would have just easily run them over, but it's the patience and the lovely shot from the corner of those stairs to deal with the first really made a big difference. But it is a force from Fnatic, and Body's found both of them. Dexter needs 2 here for sure. It's a great flash and a fadeaway on the retreat. Will manage to find Crims, but unfortunately Mattis has already made his way through mid, and you know what? He's found all 3 himself anyway. Immediate rebuttal. Back into the game straight away, and we'll commence the Force by Wars. 5-7 on Nerts, getting double naded in that position.
Okay. Good way to start off the round. Dexter goes hunting, finds himself a wild Blame F, and that might force Fnatic to commit to the plan that they've got here. Oh my, okay. Nerts actually was tagged down by Kixan. Must have been a knife in the back early on in the round. Kixan's still in the forward position. Yeah, not going to get cleared out initially. At least Crims gets the instantaneous trade.
Oh, Mattis.
Wow.
Again.
He's looking dialed in.
Yeah, great start on Vert for him. Up to 7-1 already by the end of round 3. And Tesses and Dexter might give this one a glance. Of course, Dexter getting 1 extra kill with the Mac 10 would go a long way to get that future AWP in play. Extra $600 would be very handy. Little helps, but you never know. Round could even still be on, because Tessis has found Crims. Dexter needs to win this duel straight away, though, and then Mattis just swings a little bit wider. Another headshot to add to the tally for him. Tessis has found that M4 on the ground, but realizes that if neither one of Mattis or Nork manages to give up any duels, then he'll just commit to keeping the gun. Obviously, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Mattis is looking red hot right now. I mean, not just because he's 8-1, but he's looking very snappy with these kills that he's finding as well. Neither map really lends itself to Blame F strength, to be fair.
No. There's got to be a B-stairs rush here for Heroic. Good start to the round, but Crims is the insurance policy in the corner. They should be able to get all these kills now. Oh, that is a big
3v2.
surprise. How has Dexter not died, and how has Nertz got a second? They've got 2 AKs. Make that now all 3 recovered. They were all collectible. So Fnatic off toward A, ASAP. Heroic absolutely can go for this. They're buying next round anyway.
And Fnatic don't know for a fact that the say bomb site's completely open, so they're taking a little bit of extra time to get onto the site itself and plant this bomb. And surely Fnatic are going to be a little bit concerned about the big flank as well, having seen so much pressure towards the bottom of stairs. That's why it's smart here for Heroic to just send all 3 players back through CT spawn to retake the say bomb site. Mattis is on the front lines right now. Oh, he's picking and choosing his fight so beautifully. And Blame F all combined to finish off the job. So Fnatic's blushes are saved as they do win against the Eco.
And then, of course, a little bit of a break before you decide a match. Once you get that in, if you're successful, you have your big opportunity the day after, which is today, for all these 2 teams. All the next 2 games to come after this, of course, as well. Still, the Mongols and 3D Max waiting, the favourites of those next 2 games, I'd imagine.
Oh, absolutely. I've booked them both to win their respective series 2-0. As we do look to see if Hero can get the ball rolling here once again on the CT side. They won the pistol, but they've lost 4 in a row since then. They did have a couple forces in the mix. It's the first full gun round here on the map. Dexter has his AWP, and there's a man advantage here for Heroic as well. They've got deep control at ramp with Tessis in that position, so Heroic are very well set up. They've got plenty of information, and they continue to get kills as well. Okay, well, if there's going to be a way back into this round here, it's going to be based off of Blame F winning that gunfight. Doesn't work out for him. Mattis goes streaming through the flames, but Tessis was ready for it on the opposite side. So Heroic have won this all-important gun round to make sure that Fnatic don't get too far ahead. I certainly do expect Heroics to have a better time of it on the T side of Vertigo than they will the CT side, where they get to call the shots, play their game, fall back on the experience, the synergy that they have with this team. Heroic will back themselves to get the job done from there.
Yeah, it was easy for Tessus at the end of that round, but again, very clear from his POV, the most disgusting shadow advantage in the entirety of Counter-Strike there, when you're shifting as a T player.
Please fix, honestly.
Over the bottom of the ramp position, just you get a chance to see the shadow and then immediately just pre-fire it on the corner. It's the freest of free kills for any CT holding that off angle. Talking of off angles, Nertz is here. If this boost comes into play and he's not ready for that, he should get taken down, you would think. And actually, his teammate's in most trouble. Nertz actually might choose to play aggressive off the back of it now, knowing his teammate's getting caught. But Dexter finds Flame in the meantime. Matesses standing tall on the rotation near Elevator, doing a fantastic job.
Oh my god.
Mattis and Nork will go down. Nork has not had a good start to this game, I'm afraid. And Heroica trying to set the tone now.
Oh, Tessus just man-moding those gunfights, standing out in the open, mowing down the Fnatic players with some poor spacing between them. Meant that there was no trade available. Krim playing around the edge of the smoke will step out and catch Dexter off guard. A hail of bullets is returned there as Fnatic are struggling to actually breach the speed bomb site. Nertz has gone through the smoke. He'll find body as a result. It's only Krim's left remaining, and this would have to be a clutch where he rolls back the years, reminds us of what he was capable of. The golden days, 2014, 2015. But it's not going to happen on this occasion as Heroic start to get things going here on their CT side.
Relatable. I love Mattis, man. He's so expressive.
Okay, well, here we go. Shush looks to express himself in the server. Nade does a lot of damage. Not going to stop these pistols from committing, though. Shush needs a multi, and he does find it. Eventually runs out of ammo. Thankfully, Kixon's arrived on the scene to make sure that Fnatic don't get control. He does get bonked in the face by a nade, but that's okay.
Come on, Nork. Get off the board. One tasty 1D. Okay. Yeah.
So, okay, he is off the mark, but not in the way that you would have. It's not the tasty 1D you were hoping for, Trav, but...
No, might have to be saying tour after his name after that one.
Oh, you did it, man. You were chastising me yesterday for
No.
toilet
I didn't say the whole thing. I only said half of it. Listen,
all right.
Twitch chat, we're having a, have a bet whether I'd say it or not, so,
I better get a share now, Trav.
Not a real bet, Matthew. Come on.
Okay, well, well, let's see what's going to happen here. This is going to be a change of pace coming through from Fnatic, looking to try and fight for ramp, and Body hasn't been able to complete that kill there on Tessus. Oh my goodness, that's so brave from Dexter, just standing on the sandbags out in the open. Cuts Nork down. Matthew's going to get boosted up again, and this time he will get the best of Nertz.
Wow, these trades are thick and fast. 1 minute 22, and it's a 1v3 for Mattis. And Incendiary is missed. Lots of weird occasions. This is one of the messiest rounds of the day thus far, actually. But the individual level, in terms of the shooting for Dexter, is still there.
Heroic should be able to regain the lead here. It's a matter of time. I think there's even a world in which Matthews just saves the AWP. Oh, no, AWP's in mid, right? Okay, so it's not shared by sandbags anymore, and he will just bunker down. Oh!
Well,
that's a nice headshot.
Yeah, add it to the list, but there's where the bomb is, just too far away with 7 seconds. Counter-terrorists win. Or silent control underneath B for the early stages of the round before that Molotov is thrown by Crims, but that Incendiary will force him away from that corner.
Okay, well, gunfight starts to break out. Shush pushes into the position that had just been mollied out there by Fnatic. Love to see how active he's being on this B bomb site right now. Not just sitting back on the bomb site and affording to control to Fnatic, letting them do what they want.
Good or bad. And now, it's truly the nitty-gritty for Fnatic at the end of this first half. Last 2 rounds, they'll really want 5, especially on T side. But Dexter, he's set up here. And that counter flash from Kickstand is so damn good. Nertz once again deals with Crims elsewhere, and Dexter continues to do more fantastic work. Another multi-kill. Nork is stuck in the corner. He's been spotted out by Tesses, and poor old Nork, I've got to say, he's looked a bit lost on Vertigo. Heroic again looking for information, looking for a bit of a Peek toward B stairs. Nert's in the corner. He's in this corner a lot, is Nert's. And obviously you can't hide in there if you're not mollied out, though. That's going to be a smoke that's going to have to be thrown down. They know that he's in there. They're just choosing to bypass him really quickly. That's really strange. And Grim's going to get the entry on Shush anyway. Dexter aggressive, though, trying to deny the plant or catch Mattis as his head pops back up again. But Blame covers it. Great work, but it's still not expecting Nert's. Come on, boys. You should have expected that one. I'm so confused. Body will actually hit an insane 1D to take that kill, but now it's Blame versus Tesses. Don't ask me how we've got here, but we are here. Tesses will elevate his angle, spots out Blame, and wins the duel. Oh my goodness, what was that?
Brav, how have they not clocked that Nertz is in position? He smokes off the molly. Who did they think extinguished the flames there? It couldn't be a ghost. Nertz goes completely unaccounted for, completely unchecked, and he punishes them massively because he kills them from the inside out with the double kill. Look at this here. They don't even clock that it's an opponent because they think it's probably just a teammate who's rattling off the shots. Not enough time to get the comms through in time. And Tessus catches a glimpse of Blame F as he crosses because the smoke had just faded. Oh, that is a disaster. Oh, Fnatic have really cost themselves there with that oversight. Okay, well, that's 7 rounds in a row for Heroic to go up 8-4 as we shift this into the second half now. They are 5 rounds away from getting themselves a spot at the LAN event a couple days from now. We saw Big in a very similar position against OG earlier on today, and they dropped the ball in the most drastic way possible. It was actually just like watching a car crash with that series, Trav. It was difficult to look away.
Oh, Blame.
Okay.
He loves his dualies, doesn't he? We've seen a number of great plays from him in the past with those, and that is a dirty start to the second half. An instant triple, and Nork will finally get a second kill of the game as well to drop the bomb.
He's tripled his kill count there.
Yeah. Obviously, the goal for Fnatic there would have been to survive with 5, so then they could just repurchase all the utility. But no, I do think that's an important thing to mention. I don't have to get the MP9 in the faces of anyone, but oh my word, the flash helps out with Tesses and Nertz to deal with Body. But the entry from Dexter was the main one. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking as well. I mean, if they do risk it and go for it and they all die, then things get bleak very quickly for them. Things get bleak very quickly in that round for Fnatic, though, and that's a little bit of a concerning sign because it looked all too easy for Heroic. A pop flash, running through the smoke, forcing those fights top ramp. It's a very similar start to the round that we saw, or start to the T side that we saw on Nuke as well, where Heroic just looks to go for the most direct and aggressive approach to test Fnatic's defense, and Fnatic weren't really able to sustain it too successfully on Nuke, and Heroic bringing the same sort of game plan here on Vertigo as well. They find success as early as this first gun round.
Oh, it was just a bit of a burst from Dexter in that smoke as well. That was really all it was. Mind games, professional Counter-Strike. Whether you do something or you don't do something you've previously done. All that sort of stuff. Nertz. Yeah, up in mid. We saw this done a lot by Fnatic in the first half, and Kickstar's going very aggressive toward the window. They will boost Shush up onto the plywood as well, so it's going to be a bit of a B split. And Crim's getting the first, takes a lot of pressure away, because Blame now has found Nertz on that same position. They've all converged together. It's only 2 left for Heroic. Make that one, and it's only Dexter. That was a really good read from Fnatic there, and they had everyone in position very quickly.
Oh, Body, that is a dangerous game to play, and he's missing probably half a leg, maybe a bit more. Getting shot in the shins there. Couldn't imagine that would be too comfortable. Fnatic have been able to take control towards B stairs. It's good to see that they're looking to be active here on the CT side. So they'll have a very good idea of what's going on. They start to shift their pieces across and towards the, say, bomb side. Tess is actually the linchpin in the round, and oh, Body, this is a really brave position to put himself in right now. He's going to swing off the back of the flash, and he catches the util out there. He can't finish off the frag on Kicksand, and that means Body at least can get out with his life intact and avoid the trade.
Oh, but Blame is still found 2 on Dexter and Kickset, and Crims now pops up as well, and Nork is still lurking around the site, looking for Nertz. Turn of the Body comes through. Nertz has to commit to the kill. It's a clean 1v3 required, though. Crims and Blame left, and of course the position of the bomb is the biggest problem. 20 seconds left. They're going to double swing it, and that's the way to do it. Blame F hits another headshot. The quick rotation on that flank is huge.
They want that third map. They want to see the light of day on Dust 2 as badly as... they really want to get to that third map here, Trav.
Yeah. Oh! Nice jump spot, Body. See you next round, Chief.
Yeah, go meet your maker. One-way ticket from Tesses.
Hack here for Heroic. Still have a say, of course. Taking that pick on Body is nice and all, but it's not like you can run up ramp and collect the weapon. That'll be protected. So they're going to walk up B together and now run up B together. How many more pistol kills can come through? Bit of a retake angle being played by Blame. He gets one. Only just stays alive, though, and now no more. He gets dinked down by Nerts, and Nork is the closest point of rotation, only with the AWP, obviously, so he can't just exactly leap in or spray a smoke or anything. Bomber's already planted. Mantis is going aggressive now. Good clear. 2 players near Jen, and a quick frag for Mattis. Should be the other one as well, and that is clean. It leaves it all down to Tesses. Lovely first on Mattis. Hang on. Hang on. Bomb is down, and Crims. Wow, that's a good clean shot on the headshot angle. I had a feeling Testes might hit that one too, but we're even again, Matt, 9-all.
And Matty's, even when he gets a ridiculous triple kill on the entry, doesn't look too happy.
It was a bit too close. It was too nervy that round, wasn't it, with the bomb down and all that. So you always feel your heart sink when you lose a sight against that sort of purchase. Oh, Kicksan, that's what a catch that is. Blame was having a look on the rafters on the right side of the site there while Crims was clearing out the sandbags, and Kicksan actually takes that entry toward B stairs. Blame down. Heroic walk into a crossfire. This man advantage evaporates very quickly. A re-smoke toward Gap. Maybe he bounces back a little bit further than they would have wanted, but there is a boost possibility, of course, as well. Body will jump his way up now, but not seeing anything. Is he aware they're already up next to Crane? Tess is in a great position and should get the kill here. Not just one, but
oh, what
two.
a transfer.
Gorgeous from Tesses, bro.
Yeah, catching Body in transition there, man. That transfer was a thing of beauty. You could clip that and hang it up in the louver, as Nerds gets a great headshot as well. This was the all-important round for Fnatic, where they could actually get themselves a lead, and it would break the economy of Heroic as well. But Heroic have been resolute in their approach, and Crims will not be able to save his gun. He's going to do a couple backflips off the 52-story building. Yeah, and then I'm expecting 3D Max to beat BESTIA as well, because BESTIA have been very good in the event, but 3D Max are so solid. They're a very difficult team to beat.
Yeah, I feel like if you can beat 3D Max in an important event like this, that's like a really good tier 1.5 litmus test, you know, to prove you deserve to be there.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. They're almost like the gatekeepers in a bit of a way.
Yeah.
All right, but a great start to the round here. Tesses on a single point of health is able to get out of dodge after finding that opening frag on Body, just forcing the early fight. Comes out on top. What does Kicksan do from here in the mid round? What is he going to be calling for Heroic?
1 HP. So, that AWP is on his back now. Nerds. That role that we know he loves best. Maybe about to be faced. And there we go. Blame will take the kill. That's a really big one. That maybe puts Fnatic at a slight advantage in this round. Kicksan looking for a line above the smoke. Nork keeping a close eye on that. He's got Crimson support immediately. With 50 seconds, Heroic are going to choose not to take any more control on that portion of the map. It's Degster walking up A instead right now.
And Heroic just continue to close the gap, creep their way forward. Usual going to rain on in. Matthews, does he decide to use the incendiary? Oh my goodness, this little burst from through the smoke there. This round there's so much tension in this round right now. You can cut the tension with the knife. They're going to fake the bomb plant to try and draw the proactivity out from Fnatic. They've got to activate it here. Bomb plant going to come through just in time.
Oh, only just. Crims found Tesses in the meantime. Shush, what a kill. Double stack still to be worried about, though, and now he's alone. Stuck on the site, stuck on default. Blame knows he's there. Nork knows he's there. How do you even isolate 1v1? Surely it's impossible for Shush. And even though they weren't exactly together in that situation, actually, there was a chance he hits the immediate headshot and has a chance against Blame. He can't make it happen. So, big round for Fnatic. They're back within one, and even though they had only that one of Mattis on the site on the immediate defense.
Unconventional angle being taken up by Crims right now.
I like it. But they're coming his way. With only the MP9. Oh, he's so blind, but still gets one and gets away. But they, of course, has lost Nork on the site with him. How does he get another? That's huge from Crims. It gives enough time for BlameF to rotate. but drops off the ledge slightly. And look at Nertz. Once again, his mid luck. Dexter, does he know that both have rotated in? Surely Nertz may have heard that one too. Nertz can have this one in the palm of his hand, and Dexter helps in the end. Now Body is stuck next to Default. Does really well to find Dexter, but he can't find Nertz. Oh my word, it was one bullet the difference. But Heroic get to match point. However,
oh my goodness.
However, these rounds are dangerous, and Heroic will know that. They will be relaxed ever so slightly by the fact they're probably guaranteed a similar buy in the next round anyway. But look at this. Look at this for Fnatic. They're going really aggressive toward BESTIA. They're going in together. And Nork, he's found two. Thankfully for Heroic,
man.
though. Dexter pops up. How has he found both? Body quick on the rotation. He's got no armor, by the way. He's committing to the 5-7 only. And now Heroic in this 3 versus 2. You really feel like you should get this one over the line. There is one. There's the transfer on the second. And Heroic are off to Berlin.
Oh, you can totally understand the plan there for Fnatic, considering the lack of weaponry. They try and cook with their pots and pans, Trav, but they burnt the kitchen down. And Heroic, at the expense of Fnatic, will qualify for that LAN event.